Hello everyone, an incredible action scene that showcases both the power of nature and the strength of human-made technology, filmed in New Brunswick, Canada, where heavy snow falls and drifts are common. This footage demonstrates how the train engineer plows through massive snowbanks with ease. The locomotive sends snow flying in all directions, truly impressive. In weather like this, you typically brace for surprises like skids and limited visibility, but this time it's different. The driver made a pass to get ahead at the railroad crossing, which was about to open any second. The barrier lifted, signaling it was time to go, not for the cars though, but for the train. In just a few seconds, the electric train zoomed through the crossing, announcing its arrival with a loud honk. It's a risky situation. Just imagine what would happen to a car if they collided. The only thing that could have warned drivers before the honk was the traffic lights, stubbornly staying red even after the gates and barrier opened. Thankfully, drivers on both sides of the crossing didn't rush and everything went well. In dangerous spots like crossings, it's best to be extra careful. This is how they were testing a new fuel tender design by simulating a collision with a truck weighing 36 tons traveling at about 70 kilometers per hour. The test went well, and its findings will help develop safer ways to transport flammable materials. In this video about railroads and cognitive errors, a guy with a plank in his hands waited at a crossing for a train to pass on one track, not realizing that a train might come from the opposite direction on the second track at the same time, especially since the first train was blocking its way. Thankfully, someone shouted a warning just in time. During Bangladesh's annual Biswa Ek Temer festival, traveling on overcrowded trains becomes a unique part of a pilgrimage experience for many. While these passenger journeys aren't exactly safe or normal, it's impressive to see the skills of the train drivers. Train and car accidents don't only happen at crossings. Somehow car owners have left their cars dangerously close to the tracks, so it's not surprising that they get hit by passing trains. This is what happens when basic safety rules are ignored. We're used to thinking of railroads as a fine system governed by strict standards. But even in this system, extraordinary mishaps can happen. This mishap in Memphis, Texas cost $2 million. As you can see, the train was too long to pass under the bridge. The bridge crumpled the metal roofs of the train cars like wet cardboard. What a frustrating incident. The probable cause was a dispatcher error sending a large train on a route usually meant for smaller tanker cars. And what's worse, it wasn't just the roofs of the train cars that were damaged. Look at these poor cars. After passengers at Nalasupara station in Mumbai, India, learned this firsthand, the railway crew said the engineer had followed all the rules, even that large amounts of water should not change the speed. Fans of diesel punk will love this video. Beautifully shot at sunset, it features a ghost train spewing sparks and smoke despite its scary appearance. This train has a very practical purpose: rail grinding train. It keeps the rails in good condition, it smooths out imperfections and bumps on the rails with special abrasive tools. This process generates a lot of sparks, and these trains always carry water snakes to wet the grinding handles. Passers-by in Gibbon, Nebraska managed to film a major railroad accident. The video shows how fast train accidents can happen. It was a truly devastating and major incident. The transportation company announced immediately after the accident that a freight train had derailed for unknown reasons. 20 different wagons were damaged and many of them overturned. Fortunately, no one was injured. The high speed of the train caused the wagons to scatter over a wide area and completely blocked all railway lines. Fortunately, none of the wagons reached the nearby road. It would not be a good thing, if not a cargo, to encounter one of these wagons, each weighing several dozen tons. The impressive footage was taken during a demonstration in which a locomotive collided with cars. This visual demonstration was part of a program by Polish Railways aimed at highlighting the importance of safe driving near railway tracks. The simulation was quite convincing even without any cars, and without traveling at high speed. The locomotive showed how little chance cars have in this kind of pollution. Seeing a train crash up close can be quite frightening given the massive mass moving at such a high speed. The chilling sound of metal bending is enough to freeze your blood. It is one of those events that not only halts train traffic, but also brings life to a standstill in the entire town. Train tracks have long been a common sight in cities, but in some places in Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, it is amazing how well they integrate into the environment. Hanoi, with a population of about 6.5 million people, has a bustling street that provides tourists with unforgettable experiences. And a notable result of the illegal demolition of the city walls are the railroad tracks that run south from the central station. These tracks actually serve as a street where ordinary life buzzes with houses, restaurants, street vendors, and even laundry hanging out to dry. The atmosphere here is simply irresistible, but the most exciting moments are when a train passes by. Flooded railroad tracks are not good enough to stop trains, especially in Asian countries where heavy rains and floods are common. You may wonder about the risk of electric shorts. But modern trains, whether diesel or electric, are designed to be waterproof and almost airtight. The same applies to electric trains, the current passing from the traction. Equipment to the wheels that contact the rails follows the path of least resistance and does not flow into the water, but back to the traction substation. There was certainly a strange scene at the crossing. The train seemed to zoom in from just a few centimeters away, and when there's a lot of coal dust in the air, a steam train turns into a real fire shed.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
In freezing weather, the contact wires often ice over, making it difficult for the power collector to maintain contact, causing electric trains to spark. It may look impressive, but it's not that safe.
I got a vendetta against people who patent it, being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast, I can roast, I can
When
gas,
diesel
think I'm
locomotive
moving
exhaust
fast, but I
fumes
don't
burn
go
off, it
back
looks
and erase
really
all the
intense.
past and the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness, hilarious. You think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior. You know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anywhere.